my dad's Digi. Motherfucker fame, all my niggas lit it. Neighbor to the face, I don't smoke no Philly. Drippin' sauce like I'm chilly. Set that Mick to the floor when it's chilly. I got big booty bras at the telly. And end up from the store who was ready.
I can't fuck with none of y'all niggas, y'all disgust me. When you with your maggot ass friends, don't discuss me. Effing with a standing clip, I hope don't try to rush me. I am saying such and such a nigga ain't gon' touch me. Big body bench, remember I used to be dusty. Now I want my money, y'all hunters in a rush, please. I was selling weed when they came out with white tee. Now I put a whole half a ticket on my white tee. Whole hood popping other niggas, they don't like me. Made her eat it up, she told her friend he gon' wipe me. All my niggas thoroughbred, on foot cross street. Free all of the bros down the road and on Right Street.
Hit that fast thing speeding through the city. Panoramic brain in my dad's Digi. Motherfucker fame, all my niggas lit it. Neighbor to the face, I don't smoke no Philly. Drippin' sauce like I'm chilly. Set that Mick to the floor when it's chilly. I got big booty bras at the telly. And end up from the store who was ready. Put some fine bitches in my jellies. 2 new glass tenants, these spaghettis. Ain't gon' bash you bitches, I ain't petty. Just know we fucking, we ain't going steady. I don't wanna sleep, I need more eddies. I ain't had no kid, but I'm a daddy. Let her shake her ass like it's magic. 20s in my pocket, look like cabbage. Carrots everywhere, I'm a rabbit. I ain't sure they low, what was that name? You was told to go, keep that cannon. I'm a fucking gold, I can't panic. Hit that fast thing speeding through the city. Panoramic brain in my dad's Digi. Motherfucker fame, all my niggas lit it. Neighbor to the face, I don't smoke no Philly. Drippin' sauce like I'm chilly. Set that Mick to the floor when it's chilly. I got big booty bras at the telly. And end up from the store who was ready.
Money conversation, check my phone. Sway, how about Dolce Gabbana, Chanel?
Today, we're going to dive into the MLB Slate. We're going to talk NBA and NHL winners, and let's cash another squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. I really want to fade Tiger today. I hate saying that. It doesn't feel right. I mean, who else has the sack to do it?
How are we not pairing this with Judge? Fading the GOAT, I feel like a Judge pairing is required.
You know, Jovan, I could be convinced, and I think I am.
The Sooners to take care of business by 4+ runs tonight. I think the offense for Oklahoma really picks it up. When you have Kyson Witherspoon on the mound, I will take my chances that the offense is going to do enough to get this into a pretty ugly game.
There's not enough glue guys to go around, Jovan. They got no glue guys in that locker room in Philly. Zero. They got the opposite. They got the most toxic team of all time. They don't give a hoot. Let's leave them in the Big 2-4.
Have to.
At least for now.
Krabs,
I would have taken Peebles if he was up there.
I'm gonna mute.
Dude, there's no way we're talking about sped up videos.
Dude, he was cooking. He was absolutely cooking. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Friday, the best BTL of the week, episode 675 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you're not tracking your bets on Bookit yet, what are you waiting for? Start tracking your bets today over there on Bookit Sports, the best bet tracking app out there by far, on the App Store or Google Play. They got a bazillion other features on that app as well. They are moving and grooving. They are firing on all cylinders. The Bookit app is the best app out there if you're betting sports every day, plain and simple. Go check it out. Start tracking your bets over there on Bookit Sports. Jovan, happy Friday. How we doing?
Doing great, Krabs. How are you?
Doing pretty good. It's doing a little bit better as well, considering we pivoted from Red Sox first fivers to Red Sox ML for the full game and cashed a squad ride. Great fucking call, Jovan. Sure you can.
Let's go. There's always going to be some
can.
bullshit at the end of that game to where they ended up just barely not getting swept.
Yeah, we got kind of lucky. But hey, we were due for some luck, especially after this first 3 L's of this series. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, folks. Last night, that might have been the case. Shout out the Sox for coming through, and shout out Wags Locks coming in hot with the resub before we even started today. W's. We appreciate you, Wags Locks. He's absolutely bricked up about the Sox splooging. We got Drew coming in. Drew 0312. Resubbing as well for 31 months. That's a long time. That's a lot of subbies. Let's have a weekend, boys. Yes, sir, Drew. Only option we got. Okay, we got one option this weekend. It's to have an absolute weekend. That's it. It's the only choice we have. Okay, let's go out there and execute. Yep. W's. We got a big day today, Jovan. We got DeGrom up on the bump. We've got a ton of MLB today. We've got Mitchell Parker back out there on the bump, a.k.a. maybe a future Cy Young winner. That's how he's looked so far this season. Yeah. People are legitimately saying. Vibes are great. Like the Gummy One saying in the chats. And once again, I have the YouTube chat up here. Let's go check it out and see what's going on over here. We got some W's early on. Oh, we got Spoon Daddy back for more. Sure. No way. He's actually shouting me out for the Kyron Paris.
Yeah.
Less than fantasy score yesterday that was free as mod that he was talking about.
That was a free two-piece, Krabs. Free two-piece.
Yes, we hit a couple two-pieces yesterday. Did not hit any three pieces or four pieces, which is kind of beat. But, yeah, Jay Thorpe, go ahead and cash the Nats mention in the first 5 minutes. Free as air.
It's huge. It's huge for bettors.
Free as air. It's good to just get that one out of the way today. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay. John Rahm missing the cut for sure. Yeah, can someone tell me why John Rahm was getting all this respect? He's had the fourth shortest odds.
He's nowhere near in form. I don't get it. I mean, he's won before, but he's been playing like moose on live.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know it's John Rahm, Goots, but yeah. I mean, you agree with me, right? Why was he getting that respect?
Well, also, it's been 6 minutes and 30 seconds to the over on the Nats hit, actually. So, sorry, chat.
Hey, wow. Very bad news. That's all right, Goots.
Like ma.
It's
gotta keep him honest.
It's because it's John Rahm. Like he's won majors before. He was dominant in the PGA, and then he left, and he's not playing as much golf anymore, and that seems to not be helping him at all.
Yeah. So name carries. Kyle saying in the chat, I guess maybe that's enough reason to put him in the top 10 shortest odds or top 15. To be honest with you.
Oh, there he goes. Back.
You lose me?
For a quick sec, yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. Let me know if we got some Martians. Hopefully not. W subbies as well. Wags Locks, Drew 0312. You're him. We got the YouTube chat up and moving. We got YouTube chat. About here. Haven Hunter. No time to get fat, happy, and complacent. Let's stay locked. I cannot agree more. Haven Hunter in the YouTube chat. Kyle Hoffman coming in hot. Don't let it get swept that all the squad ride options have hit. Is that true, Kyle Hoffman? Should I go back and check the data? And good to give the YouTube chat some love today on a Friday afternoon, Jovan. They deserve it. They do. They're always lurking in there.
Yeah, I knew it was Rockies in there. I forget what the other one was.
Timberwolves ML. They came through last night. Sure they can.
There you go. Shout out Krabs.
All right. Red Tube, we appreciate you guys. W's. I'm going to keep the chat up along with the Twitch. I always got you guys up. You don't got to worry. We got Like Lightning redeeming some highlighted messages. Let's go, gents. W squad rides the last couple of days. Let's keep it rolling. Yeah, things are starting to feel a little different this week. 4-0 on squad rides. Let's make it 5-0. And I'll leave it at that. Okay, no more talking about the squad ride record. Let's cash another one of those puppies, Jovan. Keep the head down. Keep the blinders on. Let's smack another one today because we're still under 500 for the year. And I'm not going to crack a smile or celebrate until we get over that mark.
Yeah.
Okay, once we do, we can throw ourselves a little pizza party or something. But we got some work to still do. Okay, job's not done. Job's not finished. Okay, chat, come on. Give me a break. And yes, there was some cake yesterday, so let's go over it. Let's get to the Sharp Report recap. W Goots. Yeah, first 5 Red Sox was cake. I think 0-0, right? So no harm, no foul. But, you know, that's kind of a plus or a minus, I guess, whatever way you want to look at it. With taking those first 5 money lines. Personally, I will never bitch about a push. I always tell people, and I always say myself, a push is a win. You know why? Because it didn't lose. And that's the kind of energy I'm trying to keep this week, the rest of the year, right? Why worry about more shit? Just move on. Take the push and go about your day. Not going to complain about it. Not going to lose sleep over it. The Hurricanes on the ML, though. The Caps can send me a thank you card for that one last night. They played their best game in 3 weeks. Sure they can. They finally beat the big and bad Hurricanes, who they can never really beat. Jovan, you were right about the line not being weird. Got to give you your flowers. It was never the Hurricanes.
I was just.
You know what?
What do you do when you go boots on ground, fading your own team in a game that doesn't mean anything, and win.
That's a win-win for me, bro. That's a win-win for me. I'm not losing any sleep over that.
Fair.
Caps win, or I'm making coins. I'm going home a winner either way. That's kind of how I look at it. A lot of people disagree with that take. That's okay. Everybody's different. That's just kind of how I feel about it. Homa's hurts. No way, bro. He was playing pretty decent. Oh, he's grabbing his wrist.
Yeah, he just hit it into a root, it looks like.
Oh, man. Did he just break his wrist or something? That's actually kind of scary.
Yeah, it's doesn't look too good.
Imagine taking a fucking war hack out there. Next thing you know, you break your wrist because you hit a goddamn tree root.
Yeah, well, the root's just under the ground. You don't freaking see it.
That's the type of season Max Homa's had this year, to be honest with you. That sucks. That dude's had the worst luck. He's had his worst career season. Jesus. All right. Caesar gassing up Jovan, saying they were all Jovan's plays. Might as well call it the Jovan rides. Caesar, man, you're just wrong. The Timberwolves were my play last night. But, yeah, I don't care whose play it is. I don't give a shit if it's your play or Goots' play or Drew 0312 or Wags Locks as long as it hits.
Yeah,
that's all that matters to me.
Two of the three of the poll were yours because the Rockies. I mean, I know we agreed, but that was definitely more your meat than mine.
People just make stuff up sometimes, man. I don't get it. People love just making stuff up and saying it in public when they really shouldn't. Super weird. But yeah, squad rides have been doing their job this week. Let's fucking go, chat. Let's finish strong. Okay. Yeah, it's, you know what, chat, you guys are right. That's some loser energy I just don't need to deal with today from Caesar. That's why he's only allowed to be in the YouTube chat, right? Let's keep moving and grooving here. W2 man as well, the big bat with Churio, Leston, and Feltner pitching outs. People forget about that one too. Yes. People forget about that one, the Churio, Leston.
You know what's even crazier?
Jovan and Goots had something to do with that one as well.
Feltner has the flu.
No way he pitched with the flu like that last
He did. So he did that flu
Holy
game.
smokes.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, every single time. I mean, it definitely helped that it came after a fucking 17-run game, but every time you see 1 million green regular squares up in cores, it is cake every single time on whatever side it is.
Cake.
2
words, chat. Cake. The people hating on Krabs are the same ones unable to find their own angles and bets and don't hit shit ever. I mean, yeah. It's the same people that when I give a play and it hits, you don't hear anything. They're probably telling their buddies, my play hit, hope you tails. But when it loses, they come back. And that's the loser energy we're leaving in the big 2-4, right? No time for it, no need for it. We're hitting squad rides. We're catching fire, right? No need to be negative today. Not in the big 2-5. Let's keep our head up. Let's keep moving and grooving. All right, let's keep killing it this MLB season because low-key, Jovan, we have been. And people aren't talking about it enough. All right, so let's keep the energy up. Let's keep the winners flowing. And let's keep grinding our asses off. Plain and simple. Okay? W's. All right, let's keep moving and grooving here, chat. W's. Happy DeGrom Day, Prime Bets is saying. Sure, Prime. Big day. We'll talk about DeGrom. We'll talk about that game here in a little bit. W's. Drinks are about to be flowing, Yay Lads is saying. It is a Friday, folks. We don't discriminate on what time you crack that first beer. It is the weekend. Okay, so if you're getting involved, if you have the day off today, you got the Masters on. You're chilling, you're kicking back, kicking the feet up. We're going to spoon feed you guys some winners. All right? So why don't we hop into it, Jovan? We'll cut the shit. We'll get right to the chase here. Let's talk about, you want to do some more recaps, Scoots? Let's do the TNT two-piece recap, and then we'll hop into the sharp report for today. It was never Jaden McBuckets. Shit.
Never was anybody in that game not named Ant and fucking Julius Pork. So they had like 80 points. That's quail meat.
Yeah, quail. Hey, that Sam Merrill square, though. Free.
Dude, did you see how that hit?
I honestly did not.
I think 3 points going into the fourth quarter and just turned into Steph.
Sure, he fucking
That was hilarious.
Let's go. Chat, if you guys want an example of how to act and the energy you want to try to bring today, look at Swaggy P in the Twitch chat here. I tell every squad ride this week, keep grinding. Yes, sir.
Let's go, Swaggy
yes,
P.
sir.
Nick Young in chat.
W's. Okay. Yeah, that could be the real Nick Young. Cannot confirm or deny. All right. How about Rizzy Azuna from the Braves? Yeah, I'm not too excited about that because I have his less than hits for the season, but good to see him coming through for the Braves and Braves bettors last night. And I'm assuming you guys had him in a lineup, right? It must have
trying to demon slope with him in there for a
Let's
nuke.
fucking go, Trent.
Nuke
Let's
in
fucking
yard
go, dude.
and extras.
Trent, let me know what you're trying to craft up today, man. Stay hot. I know you're absolutely starving for some more Demon Square, so any way we can help, let us know. Tanner Babi, Fantasy, we'll talk about that game here in a moment, Tyson. Okay. Dubs. I'm just going to go ahead and block Caesar just from the YouTube and just get all the terrible vibes out of here. We don't need it.
Love that.
We don't need it in the Big 2-5. All right. We're all on the same team. People forget that, right, guys? It's us against the books. Sometimes we need a little reminder here. Okay. We're all in this shit together. We're all grinding together. We're all on the same team. We're all trying to make some coins. Okay. No need for some bullshit in the Big 2-5 on a BTL Friday. Come on. Right? Let's all stay positive. We're on the same fucking team together. All right. Jovan, it's about that time. Why don't we hop into the Sharp Report, go over some of our favorite plays from today. I'm excited to go over it. How about you?
Very.
You ready? Sure. Can we get a Matt Wallner mention today? Yeah, we can get a Matt Wallner mention today. I'll give you a Twins mention today and a Matt Wallner shout out. But we'll start out with the Guardians. Going back to the first five, tried to get my first five itch yesterday, Jovan, with the Red Sox. Didn't get it done, so I'm going back to it here today in a game where people were just talking about my guy, Tanner Babi. Tanner Babi. I'll make sure I get it right if he goes out there and shoves today, like I think he will, against Bukic, who's been pitching out of his mind. Now, Jovan, look, I know that's your guy, so this probably isn't your favorite play or your favorite thing to see, but you can at least concur that looking at some of the squares up on Prize Picks today kind of makes it seem like Bukic might not have his best day, and kind of looks like Babi might go out there and, have his best start of the season, which, to be honest, isn't really saying much. He has not looked great so far this season, but we know he's better than this. And I want to buy low on Tanner Babi, and I want to sell high on Bukic, who I still believe in, could be a solid lefty, but not today. I think the Guardians stay hot. They win their fourth straight. But instead of avoiding any, bullpen collapses, Emmanuel Clase melts, I'll just go ahead and isolate, fade Bukic in those nasty first five squares. Or Prize Pick squares, excuse me. And back the Guardians on the first five ML. Lean into the buy B squares as well up on Prize Picks. Guardians might not close this puppy out. Maybe the scrappy, gritty Royals come through late. Want to avoid that. I'll take the Guardians early to be winning this game through 5. And if they're tied, we'll take the push and we'll move.
Sure.
Okay. Thoughts? I know you don't love fading your guy Bukic, but sometimes you got to do it.
I don't really love fading Bukic, and I don't think he'll be quite as sigh as the first couple starts. But I can respect it in tip cap.
Yeah.
A lot of heart from the Royals yesterday, Richie. So much.
Between
the Royals and Red Sox heart that we got midday, I mean, just overflowing with heart.
Yeah. Straight up. People are saying the Royals might have used up all their heart yesterday. They might not have enough today.
They might have.
Right.
Yeah. They really haven't been able to string together performances like that so far this year. So for your sake, I'd hope that stays true.
Yep. Me as well. All right, let's swing it around here. We'll go to Jovan's first straight bet. How about some runs?
Sure. In the new Coors Field out there in Sacramento? I think this is going to be a banger of a game. And first of all, just kind of the overall scope. I guess I took this. I forget which series it was when the team was coming in there for the first time. Maybe it was the Padres they're through in that series. But regardless, you have a Mets offense that's really struggling right now. Outside of, I guess, that one game that put up 10 against the Marlins. Other than that, the last 5 games outside of that they've played, they haven't crossed 3 runs. So they've been really pitiful. What better of a jump start to get than playing in this park, which at this point is probably better conditions than Coors Field, just because it's pretty cold in Denver right now. But you get to go there, and you also get to go and see JP Sears, who's going to be pitching for the first time in this park, and he has a noted home run issue, noted barrel issue, and that's a problem because the Mets right now, yes, they're striking out a lot, but they still have a really solid base of hard contact. So when you have a guy like JP Sears, I think that's going to be a big time issue for him. The same kind of applies for Griffin Canning too, and it's a little different because he's not like the big reverse splits kind of guy that JP Sears is but he has a lot of hard contact issues too. So for this A's lineup that is kind of doing the same thing right now, kind of a steady floor. That's why a couple guys in the bottom of the lineup, like Jacob Wilson, obviously big time contact hitter. Andrew Hart's probably going to be in the lineup, same thing. The top of the lineup is very hard contact or bust. So when you're playing Griffin Canning, that's a great position to be in. So I think we get both these offenses to show out and put up a lot of runs. Definitely helps in my mind that the last A's game, that Padres game to close the series, and the rubber match was a stinker, 2-1, soared under by 7 runs. So right back to it. I think we get 1 million today.
1 million runs in Sacramento. People in chat are saying you might be a Sacramento A's fan.
I mean, yeah, we love the A's in this community.
For
Oakland and Sacramento, doesn't matter where they are. We're A's fans here.
Yeah, we don't discriminate.
Yeah,
right? We just love the A's, especially tonight as well. I'll talk about them in a moment. I like some A's runs today, Jovan. Sure. And yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if JP Sears goes out there and gives up a couple himself. Would not be shocked. He's not very good. So he's probably due for giving up a couple. The A's bullpen, until they get to Mason Miller, probably due to give up a couple. Not as good of a bullpen as they had last year. A lot of those guys, who were, clutch time relievers are all new teams, pretty much, besides Mason Miller. So they lost a lot of their bullpen depth, but that's probably where you get your runs. Let's hope we get them, a couple off of JP, a couple off the bullpen, because we're probably not getting them off of Mason Miller when he's closing out this puppy, and the A's win, I guess is my point here and my angle, because I'm taking the A's on the ML, and that's how I'm segueing over to that play. Back in the Athletics on the money line, Gootsy. We can swing it around. Sure we can. Athletics on the money line. We'll stay in the same game. Late night Geyserman. I do think JP gives up a couple, but I'm thinking the A's pull this one out on the money line. We'll be down to pivot to the over as well if that's what we end up liking more. But I like the A's at plus chicken. I don't know. This just kind of gives me nasty A's vibes as dogs over the years. And I really want to fade Griffin Canning and some of his prize pick squares that are up there today to make it seem like he might have his worst start of the season. He's been pretty solid. Nothing to write home about, but pretty solid so far in 2 starts. I think this one gets ugly. We see him give up some runs, which isn't the hottest of takes in this park where we've seen plenty of runs early on this season. So can expect some more again. Let's hope they're from the Athletics bats mainly. Just want to fade Griffin Canning here. I think has an atrocious start and carries the weight for this over for you as well, Jovan.
Would love that. Would love nothing more, Krabs.
Just might be one of those vintage Griffin Canning, just cannot find the strike zone. When he does, he's giving up fucking absolute Nukenheimers left and right.
100%. Would be so down
for like
for
half
that.
his starts, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm in. Gootsy, if you don't mind, swing it around for Jovan. I think he's got a couple more straight bets here for the peeps. All baseball today, sure.
Yeah, okay. All baseball. Now we got Davis Martin Day, which I'm super excited for. Another one of my, I guess, sneak guys that I really like and haven't gotten to the table with him so far this season. He had a really good start against the Angels, followed by a really bad one against the Tigers, where he had a couple serious worst pitch of year candidates, including that one to Kerry Carpenter that was really, really bad. But I think he's going to be good against the Red Sox today, which is probably why you look up. And first of all, I think the total in this game is pretty crazy. I know the White Sox offense, I guess, is involved. They're not great, but you have Davis Martin, who just gave up 7 to the Detroit Tigers of all teams. And then you have Sean Newcomb / a bullpen game for the Red Sox, and the total's at 8. So I think that tells you something right off the bat. You look on prize picks, 2.5 earned run square for Davis Martin off those 7 earned runs. And it's not even really heavily juiced to the over. It's like minus 120. I'm certain. I think he's going to absolutely shove today against the Red Sox, especially because I think he matches up really well with a lot of those guys. I think the sinker and the kick change, it looked really good in that Angel start, and he kind of got away from that pitch, both of those pitches, and started going like super heavy, like 4-seam slider, which I didn't really understand against the Tigers, and it really hurt him. I think he gets back to that today, especially because the matchup calls for it. So I think he pitches well, and that Red Sox little mini bullpen game situation is something that I really want to fade. Like Sean Newcomb is probably going to go, I don't know, they probably ideally want him to go 4 or so innings. That's what the plan has been for him so far this season. But the difference is, like last time he went out, he had, a piggyback behind him and like Garrett Whitlock. That's not available because Garrett Whitlock just threw 31 pitches yesterday. Roldis Chapman, who might be in the situation to close the game, not going to be there today. He's pitched back-to-back days. You might have a longer appearance from Josh Winkowski or like Zach Kelly or any one of those guys, but those are really the only guys that have any sort of depth attached to them that are probably going to be available for that depth today for the Red Sox. Like usually if I'm betting on the White Sox, I'm going to go first 5 because their bullpen is terrible. But with the Red Sox in the spot they're in after they clutched up in that extra inning game for us yesterday, I don't think it really significantly outweighs it. So I think we get some late runs from the White Sox as well. I think this is a close game. Taking the insurance of the +1.5 just in case, because it's the White Sox. So regardless of the lessened advantage that the Red Sox have, I think in the last 4 innings, I guess I would just want some insurance there. But I think the White Sox win this game.
I do too. Would love to fade the Red Sox coming off that, big time win last night as well when they cashed for us. I'm sure you've seen that Davis Martin 2.5 run square that's up there on Prize Picks.
Of course I have.
Which I'd love to take.
I've also seen, weirdly, I think this is the first time I've looked on the board, and obviously it makes a little bit of sense being that it's Sean Newcomb on the board, but the White Sox have seen quite a few really bad pitchers so far this year. Their whole team is up for really odd squares today. The whole lineup, which again, that's probably the first time I could say that going through the board this year. Luis Robert, he's got crazy 1.5 hero RBI square. You got Brooks Baldwin up for half a base, hasn't had one in a week. Michael A. Taylor hasn't had a hit in 13 ABs. The whole team is up there for really, really weird stuff today. Not just the Davis Martin square, but the whole lineup. There's something screaming at you.
I cannot agree more. I really want to take that less than a run square or his more than fantasy score, which I could be convinced on as well. Davis Martin, who I think goes out there, has his best start of the season. I'm in. Love that play. Love that angle. W. Nico in the YouTube chat as well. He's gassing up the Rays. He's saying BTL is the greatest ever. W. Nico. We appreciate you supporting us, Beast. You're him. You're him. YouTube chat deserves more love. Okay? Make sure you guys get that. Twitch chat gets plenty of love. All right? I'm keeping you guys both up for the rest of the show for the foreseeable future. We got Old Man All-American coming in, dropping a 6-man in the Discord. Sure. If you guys have not gotten involved and joined the Discords, what are you waiting for? Get involved. I'll drop the link right now. Over 25,000 people in the Discord. We finally got it done. Did it right. Shout out Trent as well for grinding in the Discord. Jovan as well. You've been lurking in there a ton. It's been a great environment in there. In the Discord, get involved. We got 25,000 people in there talking about that, sweating them out, dropping Prize Picks lineups, bitching about bad beats, crafting up winners, you name it. Anything related to sports betting is going on in that Discord. Get involved. Okay? We're also going to keep dropping all the BTL plays in there. There's a behind the lines chat in that Discord. So if you guys, maybe you're not on Twitter that day or, you're not going on Pickett, although you should be. How you doing? You can go check out those plays in the Discord as well. Plenty of places to find all the plays. Okay? Dubs. We might need to get a Goots chat up and moving. During the golf season especially. We might need a Goots chat.
That would just be Orioles memes and projected Orioles lineups.
Well, that could be exactly what we need, Goots.
Goots is going to repost fucking Kobe Mayo AAA hits.
Yeah, we could talk darts, Big Rob, if you really wanted to.
Yeah. Goots, I'll tell you right now, if we make you record and you're putting in your lineup projections, I'm gonna check you into an insane asylum.
Yeah,
because that's not something that people.
It's more just me getting into Brandon's brain and being like, okay, Mountcastle's hot, so we're not gonna put him in the lineup.
The Discord will strictly just be Kobe Mayo exit velos.
Yeah, well, yeah,
legit.
That's fine.
Just be 20 Kobe Mayo exit velo updates in a row.
We can do that. We can do that.
You guys are goated. Sterna talking about in the YouTube chat. Last night was fun in the court. Let's go, dudes. W Sterna. Get involved, guys. I dropped the link. I'll drop it again in the Twitch chat. I don't know why it won't let me chat in the YouTube. So if any of you guys are able to do it, or if anybody's goated enough in the YouTube chat to drop the Discord link, I appreciate you guys. But I did put it in the Twitch link. We got OG Sour coming in, giving out 5 subbies. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but a 5-piece.
Go OG Sour.
Go OG Sour. Atta boy. W subbies. W Ron in the chat as well. Love to see it. Need to keep the cord going. Yes, sir, G-Dog. I'll be in there this afternoon sweating out some plays, crafting up some winners. Okay? Get involved. W's. Jovan, W play there on the White Sox +1.5. I'm so in.
Sure.
I'm so in. All right, Goots. Swinging around for me. I think I got one more straight bet for the peeps. Sure we can. Skip this one in the middle. Maybe the nastiest one of them all. How about the cards today? The 5 and 7 cards. against the Phillies and Aaron Nola, who's looked like a shell of himself so far this season. You seen this? You seen Nola on the bump so far this season, Jovan?
I've seen a little bit.
He's not looked good. He's not looked good. And I think that continues for one more start here. I'm not saying he's going to be pitching like shit, turning into Patrick Corbin this season. No. Nola still has some gas in the tank, but he's one of those veterans where a slow start is not uncommon for him. And I kind of want to lean into that still at this point where he does not look as sharp as he typically is with that 6.3 ERA. And I thought it was weird seeing Palante catch all this steam, about 20 cents of steam. Thought that was a little off, especially with these sub 500 Cards who have not been playing their best baseball of late. They've dropped 4 of their last 5 games after a hot start to the season. While the Phillies also aren't playing their best ball of the season after a hot start as well, they've dropped 3 of their last 5, similar to the Cardinals, who are even worse for their last 5. But either way, the team's not playing elite right now. I want to fade Nola one more time before he starts locking in and he finds his groove. Fade him, back Palante, who I think, looking at some of his squares today, might have a decent day up there on the bump for the Cards. And I want to back the Cards on the ML here, looking like one of the sharper plays on the slate, catching a ton of steam. A ton.
Yep. Which is even like the situation of last night's game included in it. Still is a little odd because Palante never gets any sort of line respect. And I thought even before that, like the whole late game situation last night that he was getting it to begin with, which was odd.
Good point from Swoller Bear as well, right? They were up late last night. That game didn't finish until pretty late, 11 p.m., 11 innings of ball. They got to fly down to St. Louis. Sure. And that certainly could have something to do with the steam, right? That kind of reminds me of when Jovan's like, hey, wait a minute. We're talking about the ice. And you're like, well, they played last night. Okay, you're always going to catch some steam the other way with teams like that. That certainly makes a little bit of sense why we're seeing some steam that way with the travel stage.
Happening in this other game.
Which one?
The Rays.
The Rays game. Why don't you take us to that Rays game?
Let's take it to them because they get to face Bryce Elder, which I'm really excited about. But the thing that I was so stuck on for this game was I promised myself, when I've talked about the wind and everything, in Steinbrenner Field, because, again, now it's like officially been classified the most wind-affected field in all of the MLB. It's past Wrigley.
Wow.
So the second that we get a solid amount of wind out, I will be 100% finding some way to back runs in the game. This is it. I'm a little worried on a couple things, like on the Braves side, obviously, like the game last night, them not leaving till 1 a.m., both the teams, like, really doesn't give me all that much confidence in them necessarily, especially when you have a big-time strikeout pitcher and Taj Bradley on the other side, which the counter to that is certainly, like, I am just as much as I talk about Schroeder with the wind, I'm worried about Taj Bradley with the wind because he's going to give up probably a solid amount of Turks, but I didn't feel confident enough doing it being the whole late game situation. So I'll stick to Bryce Elder because I think he's in a terrible spot. The Rays, a good amount of them have seen the Bryce Elder before, and they've hit him pretty well, but he fits kind of everything that the Rays want to see in a pitcher. They don't want a strikeout pitcher. They don't want a pitcher that limits hard contact. Bryce Elder is neither of those. And just like Taj Bradley, he has had more than his fair share of home run problems. And you got a bunch of lefties with pop that are seeing the ball well and see his arsenal well that I think they're going to get runs. It's like super rare you get to back a Rays team total in the big 2-5, but I think Bryce Elder gets slapped around.
Okay. I think he does too. I like the full game over in this game. So I got no qualms with you isolating and just taking your Rays.
Yeah. That's probably what my angle would have been without the whole Braves situation last night. I still think we probably get an over and they still score runs. I was just a little less willing to go to the grave with it.
Yep. Chad, is Bryson absolutely dialed in right now on the course? I'm seeing you guys splooging right now for Bryson. Has there been a villain arc that's gone away quicker than Bryson DeChambeau's villain arc? I feel like people have come to like him now.
Everyone loves him now. No one hates him anymore.
It's crazy.
He's
Dude. Are you still a hater? Are you not changing sides?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I don't mind the guy. I'd rather live golf or not win the Masters, to be honest with you. But yeah.
Sure. I still can't believe somebody peed in the river in the Masters yesterday.
Yeah.
Never even thought about that even occurring at the Masters, and the guy could not give 2 hoots. That was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Honestly, that might be the mentality that you need. He doesn't give a hoot. Lockmyth, what's up, Beast? Good to see you, my man. Yeah, old man Goots wants to live golfers off his lawn. He might. He might a little bit. Yeah. But I get it, though. Let's get one of the GOATs, on the PGA Tour to come through. Maybe Rory making some history. Chat, let me know who you guys are sweating out in the Masters right now. I'd like to know who to root for. Okay? Yeah, rocking that upside-down Sun Devils hat, too. Maybe the ugliest hat I've ever seen. Sorry, Rav. Not a fan.
It's kind of a good hat. Respect the hat.
I hate the hat more than I hated using the restroom in the lake.
I hate the context around why everybody's pissed about the hat. What's
Really?
That's literally old man yelling at cloud.
Oh, 100%. It's the textbook definition.
Yeah.
It's just bitching for no reason.
Not a fucking reason in hell.
What is that upside down font doing? What did it do to you, huh? You're right.
I think it's more like the old heads. They've never seen someone put letters on something and you can't read it.
They're like,
you're a little confused.
God, it's upside down.
What does that say, son?
They're like, what is that? It's upside down. Oh shit. Run. Like, well, it doesn't matter. Who gives a hoot?
It's a sick hat.
And Bryson immediately hits one in the woods after we gas him up. Dudes. See, this is why we can't have nice things. I want to take a break, talk about the Masters for a second. As soon as I do, the guy I need to win hits a ball in the fucking woods.
GG.
Really all right, my bad, Edgy Sour. Appreciate the subbies again from you. You're him. Freak Athlete 05 dropping a follow as well. W's. All right, we got Yay Lads dropping his golf plays in the chat. Let me know what you guys are sweating out for the Masters. I want to know what to root for. Okay. We got Ryder asking the important questions in the YouTube chat, Jovan. He's asking you, do you like Davis Martin for K's today or more White Sox offense related?
It's both. That's why this is a very outlier White Sox bet, not just because of the White Sox, but usually like if I'm going to the grave with them, A, I'm usually not backing a pitcher, but B, it's 99% centered on the bats because I'm never backing a pitcher. This is the one situation, or I guess in this case, the one pitcher that's on the White Sox staff that I will 100% back, especially like Red Sox have had their strikeout issues. Davis Martin, I think, fixes that today or takes a part in that today, and the White Sox bats are going to tap up the bullpen situation for Boston. So it's the rare case with the White Sox that it's both of them.
Both. That's why you're on the +1.5.
Yeah.
I'll be right there with you in battle. I'm ready. All right, chat. A couple other golf plays you guys are sweating. We got a Rose ticket in the chat. Who else has a Justin Rose ticket? Who else's brain is just absolutely ginormous? Yeah, they all got it.
I've never seen a Discord, like every Discord in existence is 10 for their last 10 on Masters first round leaders. They always have a ticket.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Well, if you take every single guy first round leader, you're hitting a first round leader bet.
Yeah.
That could be a new strategy, chat.
Guaranteed.
You might not make money. Actually, I know for a fact you won't. But if you take every single golfer to win the first rounds, you will have a first round winner ticket. How about it?
It's a strat.
It's crazy. Now, I will say, I feel like we've seen this before from Rose over the last couple of years, and Gootsy can probably chime in here. I feel like I remember, and maybe it was the Masters, or maybe it was another major.
His career first round at Augusta is really good.
Yeah, so he's done the same exact thing before. That's why it looks so familiar to me.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm also thinking it's not that big of a deal. Guys like Shane Lowry, guys like Justin Rose, they get out to these hot starts. They're veterans that'll make a lot of mistakes. They get out to these great starts, but then they start to fade a little bit as the tourney goes on. It's a tale as old as time, right? And with that being said, I'm sure Justin Rose is going to go on to probably win this tournament now. Go ahead and lock in your futures.
If he goes wire to wire, I'll
be shocked.
I'll spin the fucking wheel.
I'd be shocked. Yeah, Goots is spinning the wheel. You heard it here first. I'm going to get that in writing, and we're going to get the lawyers involved. That is a legally binding comment.
No one heard that.
From Goots there. Oh, we all heard it, and I will remember that.
Heard it loud and clear.
Pepperidge Farm remembers, Goots. They never forget. We got Lockmyth coming in, resubbing. Let's go, Locky. Atta baby. You're goated. We got Rye Guy coming in, blessing up Jimmy with a resub as well. You guys are so fucking goated. Rye Guy and Lockmouth, we appreciate you guys blessing up the chat with some subbies. You guys are him. Appreciate you, gents. 2 gifted subs. Dubs, Rye Guy. Dubs, Lockmouth. Okay. Yeah. Spoon Daddy heard it in the YouTube chat, Goots. You might be toast. You might be toast.
Be so toast.
We might need to dust off that wheel, folks. We might need to. All right.
Well,
Goots, I
want to set some ground rules here because wire means he needs to be leading after every single round. So
Goots, he's not going to do that. You don't need to worry about it.
I'm just saying. So if say he wins a tournament, but he's not leading after today, we're good.
Oh, Hundo P.
Just making sure chat knows that's what wire to wire means.
If there's even one hole where he loses that lead at any point, the rest of the tournament,
no,
right?
It's just if he ends
end of the
round.
At the end of the rounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just making sure chat.
Goots, you're a man of integrity. You could have taken a hand out there, and I respect you not.
Hashtag thank you, Goots.
Thank you, Goots. W's. All right, let's keep moving to grooving here. Do I have another straight bet for the peeps? I don't think so.
No.
I think it's time for some prize pick squares. Sure. Let's talk about some squares. Nobody tell Rab to stand up. I'm taking Bailey Falter less than 2.5 earned runs allowed for the Pirates. You see that line on the books or the square on prize picks for Bailey Falter and his earned runs allowed? Pretty weird. I feel like I've seen this movie before with Bailey Falter, and he has not always come through, I will say, but I can't resist. I can't resist. Guys, 2 years ago, it was all about the Apple TV overs. Okay, it was the new thing on the block. It was cool. They got the new broadcast. You got tons of runs. Last year is the Apple TV unders. I don't know what it was, but everything switched. No fun, no runs in these games. I think we get an Apple TV under in this Bailey Falter versus Brady Singer game, Pitt versus Cincy, which you don't see very often. A Great American Small Park under, or people having the stones to give out an under in the game in the ballpark there, especially when Bailey Falter's involved in that 8 ERA. Well, I think Bailey Falter goes out there and does yob against this Reds lineup today, and I'm in love with this 2.5 less than earned runs allowed square. That's up for him today. It is minus 130 on the books. I was surprised this one was even up, but I'm sure it's up to get people to take the more than looking at the charts, looking at the matchup, and looking at Bailey Falter's stats. Oh, I'm not falling for it, folks. I'm locking in the less than, and he's going to go out there and look like prime Chris Sale. Shout out Bailey Falter.
Prime Chris Sale might be stretching it a little bit, but I am with you. The Reds have been just unbelievably pitiful against lefties so far this year. Like Steers, ice cold. Everybody's taking him today. Have fun. McLean's obviously been in and out injured, and now he's injured. Like there's not much given confidence, so I'm with you.
I just saw Bryson hit the craziest shot I've ever seen, like a Phil Mickelson recovery shot out of the woods.
The way he's hit.
We might be back.
That's what he was going to do.
Goots, you might be ahead.
When
you have a crystal ball.
Just players hitting in the woods, they're good at scrambling. They can get out.
Some of them
the way that they're good is they minimize bogeys, so they find a way.
Phil preferred. He preferred to hit out of the pine straw. That's where he did some of his best work. Nah, he just sucks at driving and just ended up there every time. Let's go. Rory at a baby back to back. 3 under, Goots? Please tell me he's 3 under. Yeah, he's 3 under. Sure he can. Back-to-back birds for Rory. Let's go. We're starting to cook. And nobody's talking about my guy Grazerman down the stretch, who's now 1 under. Watch out for Grazerman. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. He's lurking. Keep your eyes peeled for Grazerman, folks. Don't be surprised if you see him teeing off a little later on Sunday than you expected. Okay? Grazerman.
Yeah.
Watch out. Dead Larry Birds. I kind of wanted to back Rory today after that melt, right? He had 2 double bogeys in the last 4 holes. The most Rory situation of all time. It's like you're right fucking there, dude. Just close, and you can't. Get so nervous. I think today he goes out there a little angrier. He closes the door. He finishes the yob. One is less than strokes right now with Gootsy. Along with, what else do we take, Goots? Colin, less than 71.5 strokes.
Yep, and then Aaron Rye.
Aaron Rye, more than
we faded
73
Rye
strokes.
in his Masters debut.
See how that goes. He had a great first day as well.
He did.
People forget that guy wears 2 golf gloves. That's enough for me to fade him right there off the rip. Crazy move. All right, W's, gents. Let's keep moving to grooving here. Andre Palante. Jovan, this kind of reminds me of the pitching out square that I gave out yesterday. It was pretty sharp. And I don't know why I'm blanking. Oh, yeah, Ryan Feltner, who went out there and pitched 6 strong innings. Today, it's Andre Palante, and this goes hand in hand. A perfect complement, just like last night's was with the Rockies ML, and taking that pitching outs more than for Ryan Felter. This is Andre Palante more than pitching outs with the Cardinals. A perfect pairing here. Andre Palante is going to go out there and pitch much better than people are expecting. If he wasn't, the Cardinals wouldn't be almost at a pick 'em right now, which is absurd. I'm shocked to even see where the price is at. And I'm now starting to see some minus signs next to the Cardinals on the ML, which is just absolutely ridiculous against the Phillies. And I know the Phillies aren't playing great of late, but they are still the 8-4 Phillies, who are significantly better than the St. Louis Cardinals, with a significantly better veteran, former All-Star, one of the best pitchers at times in baseball, Aaron Nola, who, by the way, kind of looks like a shell of himself right now. Let's fade while we still can. Let's back Palante to go in this game and have his best start yet of the season. He has not eclipsed this number yet in his 2 starts, Jovan, this year yet, but he will tonight against the Phillies. Thought that was super weird. Not only that it was this high against the best lineup he's faced this season, but also where the juice was at on the over. Super duper weird. Some serious respect for Palante today. Minus 130 to the over 15.5 pitching outs. I'm all over this. Palante's going out there. He's pitching 6 strong innings, just like we saw Feltner do yesterday.
Sure. Can absolutely get in on that.
Why am I seeing Rory blows in the chat? Please tell me that's just in general. Oh, that means he's in the woods. God damn it, Coots. All right. We got William Wagers in the chat. I was at the Players a few weeks ago. People were chirping Rye so much for the gloves. Damn, that kind of makes me like him a little bit more than shit. Is it too trendy to not like Rye with the 2 gloves? Some are saying.
Not like the golf world likes him. He's a very solid player. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But maybe like casuals don't like the 2 gloves.
Spoon Daddy said, how do I sub? Trying to sign up. Spoon Daddy asking the questions that need to be asked. Well, you got to make your way over to Twitch, Spoon Daddy, unless you have not subbed up on the YouTube already, which you probably already have. It is free. First thing you guys should all do when you're watching the streams, right? Subscribe on the YouTube, turn the notifs on, hit that little bell emoji, and hit the notifs on so that you know when we go live. You get the little notification so you don't miss any BTL or any streams, okay? So make sure you're subbed over there, Spoon Daddy, on the YouTube. But if you want to make a difference, if you want to shout out, if you want to be the GOATs, you make your way over to the Twitch chats, okay, at Bookit Sports. I know it can be scary for some people, firing up Twitch. They don't know what it is. They like the old school YouTube vibes. Guys, it could not be easier. It could not be more popular. And I guarantee you, if you fire up that Twitch app, it's probably the first stream that pops up on the screen. Click on the Bookit Sports Twitch stream and subscribe. Get involved. We got Lockmyth subscribing. We got Rye Guy subscribing. OG Sour came in here a couple minutes ago and dropped 5 sub whales. Sure he can. We got Pega getting involved. Resubbing for 22 months. Let's go, Pega. Pega, you're him, bro. Never change. W Pega. Okay. Let's keep moving and grooving here. We've got a couple different YouTube chats. Damn. Miguel's chirping at Jovan. He said, Krabs, I think the squad ride is due for some major regression. Expect me to fade accordingly, Miguel said. Damn.
I'll be waiting for those slips. But
sure.
First, we got some squares to go over, Krabs. Had to pick a hitter in Sacramento. It's Rooker Bonds Day, and I'm excited for it.
Sure.
Griffin Koenig's on the bump. The thing, like, he has, I guess, somewhat decent history. Rooker does against Koenig, but the thing that's kind of gone away, and one of the big reasons why Koenig has been the pitcher that he's become over the last couple of years, he's had his moments, but overall, like, the contact problem is still an issue. The slider command is really, really bad, which means he leaves it over the plate a lot. Brent Rooker has seen him a bunch, and the kind of approach has been low sliders away, try to jam him inside with a fastball. Jamming him inside with a fastball didn't work because that was the one time Brent Rooker sent one to fucking Mars off of Griffin Koenig. So I can probably bet you that the slider low and away is going to try to be a focal point of this approach for Griffin Koenig. Like I said, though, the problem is as of the last couple years, especially like what he's done to start this year, he has no slider command low and away to righties. He's either getting it, kind of leaving it up, like in the middle of the zone. The only place he really has any sort of command is weirdly like when he throws it low and into righties, which if you do that against Brent Rooker, that ball is going to be sent to Seattle. So I think this is a big time problem. Obviously, I love the matchup for really a lot of the A's hitters around him. So I think he'll be in a good RBI spot or, run spot with some of the guys behind him. But I think he does it himself. So I don't know if it'll matter. So going with Rooker Bones Day. Then Bradley Beal, Krabs, your favorite guy. This is the first game because after the last loss against OKC, the Suns were officially eliminated from the playoffs. Bradley Beal actually had a solid game. He had like 25, I think it was. But now it's the perfect time to go right back to it. They get to play the Spurs tonight in a game that is completely irrelevant against a defense that has been just absolutely horrid. And if there's anybody that looks like they don't care as much as Bradley Beal, it's probably the Spurs defense for the last like couple weeks of the season. So what better of a time for Bradley Beal to continue to be pork and just put up numbers than in a game like this with a great matchup that means jack shit because they just got eliminated from the playoffs. I don't know if there is one.
Yeah, this is the exact spot. Certainly. Now, this does mean that I have to put my coins on Bradley Beal more than points, and I don't really know how that's going to go. In the Sharp Report format. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
I do not have great thoughts about that. It'd be hard for me to, but trying to stay positive about it. I am going to lock it in. I'm going to drop the link for you guys here as well for the Sharp Report format. Can we cash one of these puppies this week, please? We got so close earlier this week with that BS earn run stuff with Merrill Kelly. Can we cash one of these puppies this week, Jovan? How are you feeling about your squares today? You've done job. You've done job.
Trent is so mad. Shout out Total Slayer with 10 gifted.
Total Slayer, you're him, bro. Sure he can. No way he already responded within 3 seconds and said, and GJ.
Well, you sent a message before, and he said, no Total Slayer, shocker. Then instant 10 sub spot.
Total Slayer dialed. In the
Yay
chat.
lads
Sure he
also
can.
dialed.
Yay lads dropping a 10 sub whale. Sure he can.
Let's go.
Sure he can. Attaboy. He said, I'm so out. W chats. Nothing I love more on a Friday afternoon than making Trent jealous about out-subbing him today on the streams. That could be the difference, folks. Could be the difference. All jokes aside, though, Trent has been grinding this week. He seems pretty dialed in.
He is actually really dialed. We'll tip cap for that.
Sure. W chat. W yay lads and Total Slayer. You guys are fucking him. You're hilarious. You get a free Twitch subscription with Amazon Prime. I got to tap in. Yes, Leo, you do. I have not done it. So I think I just pay to sub. And guys, if I'm paying to sub and I fucking work here, what does that make of you guys who are in here every day? Right? Let's show out some beans here. But we got Leo in the chat asking the questions. I don't know how to cash it in, but I do know that you are able, if you have an Amazon Prime account, to cash in one free Twitch sub a year. Okay, that's one of your cool perks or life hacks, whatever you want to call it. Go cash it in. Go figure it out. Go to your Amazon Prime. See if there's like a Twitch category or something. And see if you can cash in that free sub. All right? We want to save you guys some coins as well. Everybody with Amazon Prime should be doing that shit. Okay? W's. Oh, you get one free one a month. Wow.
Didn't even know that.
That's insane.
Let's go.
That's
W
12X what I thought they were doing. And we got some more subbies coming in, Javon. Let's fucking go.
Hoffy bangs.
Hoffy, you're him. Hoffy, I know I don't have to tell you. I know you already know. You're him. Don't let anybody ever tell you differently. Okay? OG Sour. He said, but wait, there's more.
Wait.
OG said, but wait, there's more. I'm him, and I'm here, and I'm dropping another subby. How about Ryan Kinney getting involved? Look at all these guys getting involved, dropping subbies. They must have been tailing the squad rides this week, 4-0 this week. Again, nothing to write home about because we're still sub 500 this year, but that is going to change soon. Okay, the tides are turned. I can feel everything shifting here, chat. You're going to want to be here. You're going to want to be tailing these squad rides. And it looks like, looking at some of these subbies, that you guys might have been tailing this week. Sure. We appreciate all you goats. Even the guys just in chat lurking, just hanging out, dropping your plays. Even the trolls. Okay, although you guys pissed me off We love all you guys. We do it all for you guys. We do it all for Lembong, although I don't know if we do it all anymore for Lembong. We got D. Hollins coming in, subbing as well. Let's go, D. Hollins. We have a hype train level 6. There's nothing that gets my juices flowing more than a hype train on a Friday afternoon, Jovan. Straight up. Level 6. Those don't grow on trees.
Those really
Let's
don't.
go, dudes.
Those
How about a
really
level
don't.
7? Oh, you like level 6? How about level 7?
Oh,
Sure we can. Let's fucking go, chat.
extra points, good.
Yes, we do it all for yay lads now. Great call. Great call. Sure. All right, let's keep moving and grooving. We got your boy John. I'll keep shouting you guys out. You are so goated. You don't know how happy it makes me seeing all these fucking subbies coming in here, all these W vibes, all these people coming in supporting. Okay, we've had a lot of negative vibes over the last couple weeks. We've had a lot of cake as well, so there's definitely a correlation there. Okay, and I take full blame for all of it. All right? But something's changing. The vibes are shifting. I can feel it this week. All right, life is good. We're hitting some bets. We're hitting some squad rides. And we're cashing a Prize Picks 10Xer tonight. I already know that. I'm going to drop the link here in a moment, guys. More subbies, Jovan. Snaky the Panda. Don't know what that means, but I like it. Snaky the Panda coming in resubbing. Cuzzo Ray. Sure we can. We got goats coming. We got people coming in here subbing that have never subbed. Snaky the Panda, a tier 1 sub. He said, you know what? I'm not just going to sit here on the sidelines. I'm getting involved today. It's a Friday. That could be just what the doctor ordered, folks. Sure we can. Let's fucking go. Appreciate all you guys. All right? You are him. Every single one of you.
Let's go.
All right. Let me lock in this Sharp Report format, Jovan. If you don't mind, check out the chats. I want to make sure I can drop this real quick. But let me lock this in for the people. Cannot believe I'm typing in Bailey Falter, less than earned runs allowed, and Andre Palante, more than pitching outs. And Jovan, that's how I know I had some good squares today.
Let's go.
That's how I know.
Need that.
Feeling good about it. Okay. And then your 2 squares here, Brent Rooker Bonds.
Yep.
Sure we can. How about Bookie Doyle last night, too? Great call, LC.
Yeah, Bookie Doyle.
Bookie Doyle coming through last night. W's. Today it's going to be Brent Rooker. More than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Helping out that Athletics ML. The over in the game. You name it.
Yep.
And I got to lock in Bradley fucking Beal. Surely that goes well. Should I just leave him off?
I mean,
should I leave him out?
That could be a cap tip from you.
Yeah, but then I'm going to get so much FOMO.
Yeah, I feel like you have to.
All right, I'll lock it in. Awesome. Let me drop this link here for you guys in the chat. Give me a second. And I will get this link en route to you guys. I got to send it to myself on Twitter first. Sure we can.
Yes,
all right.
We're gonna have a new kind of format, chat. Relax. I won't be sweating it with Trent, but we will for sure be crafting it.
Let's see. All right, I got the link to the Sharp Report format here. If you guys want to get involved, I will drop it in the Twitch chat. Best place to check odds on hit run RBI. I mean, you got to check the books. You can check props.cash as well. People sleep on props.cash, but another great place to check odds. They have those up as well. We may need to stop calling him Bookie Doyle after that performance last night. Okay. Hashtag need Javon's 2 squares for Trent Night Sweats well. That's a long hashtag, right, guy? That's a long hashtag. That might be a record. All right, W's, gents. Let's keep moving and grooving. The link to the Sharp Report format, I believe, has been dropped. I will drop it again for you guys if you missed it. And there it is. Boom.
Sure.
Take us there, Goodsy. Take us to the MLB Slate. Let's talk about some of these games for today. All right. Jovan, no early games. Kind of beats.
No, I like it that way.
Some more time to prep.
More time. It's just day baseball. It's a little overwhelming sometimes.
It can be overwhelming. I get it. But we're kind of built different, Jovan. We're kind of meant for this shit.
Yeah, I just love getting all the lab, all the squares, all the lineups, all the everything just juiced up to start at one time or around one time.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It depends on the day for me. Some days I like the day game cake. Some days I hate it. Just depends. We got a hype train. You guys are fucking goated. Appreciate all you guys.
Okay.
Chu's got a question. I got the code Bookit on my SeatGeek, but I get 20% off. Is that still valid to use? Chu, use promo code Bookit10. Promo code Bookit10. I don't think the promo code Bookit works anymore, my man. Use promo code Bookit10, plug that puppy in, and you should get that discount. When you're checking out, I think you have to click on the promo code thing at the end, and you have to select it to make sure you use it. Okay? Dubs. Jovan. We talked a little bit about Bailey Falter and Brady Singer and this Pirates and the Cincy game. Where is your head at with the game on the books?
Yeah, I mean, not the greatest. I guess you can't say that for like too many places now, but I feel like the weather has been getting better across the league for the most part. Definitely warming up a little bit. It's not going to be incredibly warm in Cincy tonight, and it's probably reflective in all the Bailey Falter squares / the total in the game only being at 8. So, I mean, I probably lean an under, if anything. I think this is going to be a classic cagey game where both offenses kind of look like moose. So, I mean, that's probably my lean. I'd be right with you and think Bailey Falter is going to pitch well. Reds are one of those teams that got to show me against a lefty. They have like a 20 WRC plus, which is like one of the worst in the league. Off the top of my head, I don't even know who other than maybe the Astros is worse.
Yeah, that is absolute dog shit, is what that
really
is.
Bad. Really
terrible. Bad. Absolutely terrible. I like the under in this game. Kind of like the Pirates. I think I'd rather play the under. But Bailey Falter, less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. My favorite angle in this game, up on Prize Picks. Okay.
Yeah. Big
you
Bad.
Talked about your
surprise.
What do you got?
I was saying Big Bad was saying Brewers are trash against lefties too. If you think they're trash, which they are, they have I think triple the WRC plus than the Reds. So it's really bad.
Okay. Is it fade Kachanowicz day today? We'll get to it. We're gonna get Jovan's take on that because he typically has some thoughts on Kachanowicz. We'll make you guys wait for that, though. We'll make you earn it. You already talked about the Rays team total. Jovan, I also like the over in the game, but super down to just tail your Rays team total over and fade Bryce Elder.
Yeah, I think they'll probably go one on the same.
Yep. Love the play. Love some runs in this Atlanta and Tampa game. Any bats on the Rays? Did you Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, really with the Rays, you can't really get too cute with it. I mean, the whole world needs Brandon Lau today, it seems, and wouldn't tell you no, especially because the wind's going out hard to right field. So I really can't do. The Rays have had like their fair share of unicorn home runs with righties. So I think Yandy had one. The Caballero Grand Slam was one. The Angels had a few yesterday too. So that right field porch is probably about to get peppered. It's got to be one of Lauer, Randa. I mean, they fit the best, not just because they're lefties, but it's the perfect guys for that. So either of them I would be absolutely fine with. I know Randa's been on fire. One of the few guys that's really seeing ball well in that lineup.
Yeah. Been crushing the ball.
Yeah.
Gutsy, we might need you up and moving for this one. Let's talk about Toronto, Baltimore. Richie's asking, who is Sugano in Baltimore? I admit I hadn't heard much of him. Guts?
Well, I mean, he's been pretty good. He's been very good.
Talk about him.
I mean, he's just a solid pitcher, control pitcher. I mean, he puts the ball in the zone, gets some ground balls, some soft contact. He's been probably the best pitcher we've had all year, other than Brian Baker out of the pen. But it's really bad weather right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's rained out.
Yeah, it's probably gonna get rained out. It's supposed to
like
rain all
the real
feel
is like 35 degrees and it's raining. So it's
Dude,
bad.
if we get an Orioles doubleheader tomorrow,
you're probably gonna get
turkeys, dude. Holy turkeys!
It's gonna be cold tomorrow too.
Whoever in chat's talking about Herman Marquez in those weird squares. The Bookit account. We'll talk about that in a moment. I got that pulled up, but I don't want to skip ahead. Let's talk about Sugano. Let's talk about the O's today, Goots. Let's talk about Francis up there on the bump for Toronto. What do we know about the Orioles, chat? We know that whatever's sharp, the opposite typically happens 9 times out of 10. The Orioles look kind of sharp here, at least to me. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have been before.
A little bit.
Don't the Orioles kind of look a little sharp here, at least catching, 15 cents of steam from where that line opened up? I'd say they do, right? And Goots, that's probably not a great sign for your O's today. And I hope I'm wrong because I'm not confident enough to bet it, but probably Toronto going according to the game plan, unfortunately, right? Are there any guys you think on the O's or, going out there doing job today? Any squares that were looking at you funny? If not, no big deal and we move. I'm sure there'll be some tomorrow.
I have to look. I mean, it's just this weather. It's kind of hard to
probably
decide.
not even going to happen anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Well, tomorrow, if there's an O's doubleheader, I'm sure we'll get in the fucking lab.
Yeah. I mean,
we'll find some.
There's going to be rain tomorrow too. So we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
All right. Yeah, it is going to rain all day tomorrow. Shit. All right. Boston and Chicago. Jovan, you talked about the White Sox. +1.5. Best bet in that game. I agree. I think that Davis Martin, less than earned runs allowed square, and his more than fantasy score are really good looks on Prize Picks. Do you have a preference for either of those, Jovan?
No, to be honest with you, because I think the strikeout floor will be there. I think to hit either of those, he's probably going to have to do both of them. So don't know if he's getting his fantasy score or going to have that good of a start if he gives up 3+.
Yep.
But I'm there. I'm with him.
Okay. All right. Oh, wow. I actually skipped through the Nats game.
No way you
guys almost got lucky. But no, we're going to talk about Mitchell Parker and that .73 ERA. Mitchell Parker has been unbelievable. I haven't heard one person talk about him on Twitter, in BTL. Haven't heard one compliment about Mitchell Parker and his game and the type of season he's had so far. And you know what? It's probably going to happen after I say that. He's probably going to go out there today and get tanked on against the Marlins for no reason, right? Because that's kind of what Mitchell Parker does. He low-key pitches up and down to his comp. Didn't have his best stuff against Arizona, but still kept him off the boards runs-wise in that game. And, I wouldn't say he's trending positively, I guess, in his first couple starts this season, but I like what I'm seeing out of Mitchell Parker. I don't like the squares I'm seeing up on Prize Picks, though, for Mitchell Parker today. And I'd love to sit up here, Jovan, and say he's going to throw another, shutout, but I can't lie to you. I can't lie to Goots, and I certainly can't lie to Chat. He's probably going to go less than a 17.5 pitching outs, which tells me that the walks are probably going to be an issue today, like they were in Arizona when you had 4. And they have a 2.5 walks allowed demon that I wouldn't mind, that I think is probably a pretty darn good look. And it's pretty much, in my opinion, the same thing as taking that, less than pitching out square, which I do like. It's very popular, and people are probably taking that more than against Miami. I like the less than on that square, but I think you could kind of get the same angle at a demon price for that 2.5 walks allowed for Mitchell Parker, because in my opinion, if he goes less than the pitching outs, he's probably not going to be tossing many turkeys. Mitchell Parker doesn't do that very often. When he's off, it's because of walks. So I like that walks demon square.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think there's runs in this game, probably from both sides. So
okay,
definitely helps that not just for Mitchell Parker, but you got Cabrera on the other side where walks could easily become an issue there too. So This is a game where I think there's going to be a lot of foot traffic. Hopefully they figure out how to hit with runners in score position, both teams. The Nats haven't had much of an issue, but obviously the Marlins are the Marlins. So we'll see how it works out, but I kind of like runs.
They now have an Edward Cabrera 1.5 runs allowed square that was not up this morning.
Do they?
Yeah. And look, he hasn't pitched yet this year, I don't think. So it's not like the chart matters or anything like that. But, I'm seeing some Rory eyes in the chat. Should I look up and watch this shot from the rough here? Oh, it's up. Oh, my God, it's a dart. Let's fucking go, Rory. Atta baby. W Alex F in the chat. Within 10 feet from the, what is that shit called, Goots? The pine needles? I was just talking about it earlier. Phil Mickelson's favorite place to hit out of, the pine straw. Sure, Rory just hit it out of there like it was nothing. Dubs. It's honestly impressive watching these guys. I don't know how the fuck they do it. Makes me look like a huge piece of shit out there on the course. How do they do it? Let's go, Big Rob. W. DeGen in the chat. What a shot. That was crazy. Give me the more than earned runs allowed, 1.5 for Edward Cabrera. Give me the over in the game. I don't know if the Nats win. I think I'm with you there, Jovan, though. Give me the over 8. I don't like seeing the Marlins catch steam there, but I won't be fading Mitchell Parker right now. Although I do think he gives up some runs. I do.
Yeah,
right?
fair.
I like that walks allowed demon, bro. Keep that one back pocket, will you?
Definitely will.
Okay. Oh, Marcus Stroman minus 130 today against Robbie Ray. What's up with that? I know it's the Yankees. I know they're home. I know San Fran's lost 2 of 3, but they're still 9-3. They have a better record than the Giants, or than the Yankees, excuse me.
Yeah.
What's up with this line? Marcus Stroman getting some respect.
Definitely some respect, I would say.
Right?
And it's definitely, I have no problem fading Robbie Ray off of an incredible performance, especially when comes in a big time pitcher's park against an offense that's not fantastic, pitching an Oracle against the Mariners where it's lights out. Or I guess lights out is a little bit of a stretch if you just, I guess, look at 6 innings, 1 earned run, you'd say that. But a lot of foot traffic walks were an issue for them there too. If you do that against the Yankees today, have fun. That's not going to be ending well for him. So I like the Yanks.
Do you like runs?
I like them, don't love them. It just, I don't know. Stroman's such a mixed bag, and the Giants are a team that'll hit the ball hard, but when they have like really bad offensive games, we haven't seen too many of them yet, but like the Reds pitchers were doing, where you just kind of get them into a lot of very soft contact, you kind of nibble around the corners and they roll over a lot. That's kind of what Marcus Stroman does. So like if he can do that pretty consistently, I don't know if the Giants offense is going to have a great day.
Aaron Judge minus 125 to the over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs on the books. He's up there for a 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs on Prize Picks. Interesting.
Yeah.
I won't be fading him today, but I certainly want to. The Yankees lay minus 130. Probably keep me off of it. I think they win this game. And typically when they win games, it's because of Aaron Judge. Nobody else on that team really does shit. Yeah. Not fading Judge today. We'll see how it goes. Probably have a golden sombrero out there. Okay. All right, chat. Keep me updated with Rory if you guys see anything else from him out there on the course. All right. Oh, wow. Robbie Ray, 2.5 walks is almost minus 200. Is it actually? That's nuts. I mean, he did walk 5 guys against Seattle, but that was his former team. So some interesting vibes there. But yeah, Robbie Ray might be walking some people. He's got a 3.5 demon as well.
Yeah, that's what he does. And I'm sure, especially being that he's a lefty and there are some of those hitting around Judge, you would assume. I don't know exactly what they're going to do with the lineup today, but a lot of those could be semi-intentional.
Okay. Yeah. Might be the Yanks ML. Yeah, I kind of agree today, Richie. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like them today. But I'm not going to bet them because I hate their guts and everything they stand for. So I'll go ahead and sit that one out. Got to really like the Yanks to bet them.
Yeah.
Newcomb versus Martin. White Sox plus 1.5. Sure, we already talked about that one. Let's talk about a game we haven't talked about yet. DeGrom versus Bryce Miller. Thoughts on DeGrom today, Mr. DeGrom Whisperer?
Yeah, I mean, nothing too cute. You're going to hear this all fucking day, which is going to be extremely scary. As I'm looking through the board, I don't see many more popular angles that we're going to hear today, which is, again, a very scary thing. But I think he's going to absolutely shove. Not a hot take. He's facing the Mariners in Seattle. Pitcher's absolute haven. But now he's also starting to get a little extended now, like against the Rays. The Rays are much different because people don't realize that they're not the Rays of last year. They're not striking out nearly as much. So, like, they had to give him a tough time for a couple of the innings on the back end of his start. Then the relievers gave up some runs that were charged to him. So it ended up being, I think, a lot worse of a start on paper than it actually was. If you watch the start, what better of a bounce back opportunity than the Mariners in Seattle, which again is the same thing I think everybody and their mother is going to be saying today, but down to lean into it because I think he has a fantastic start.
Yep. Certainly won't be fading it. Krabs. We're going against the Yankees today. Vino, we were just talking about it. I honestly like the Yankees today, but not going to fade them. Not going to fade them. Okay. DeGrom Day might be square. Don't care. I like that 1.5 run square up there on Prize Picks after he did not have his best starts. I think that's a pretty good sign. I think he goes out there and shoves. And Colin Morikawa with maybe the worst chip of the day for him. Can't even keep it on the green. Am I moving on or we still got a pulse? Okay. We're moving on, folks. We're moving on. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving here. Looking at the MLB Diamond. Jovan, thoughts on German Marquez versus Nick Pivetta in San Diego tonight?
I mean, Rockies just splooged in Coors. Finally got their win. Great offensive performance, I guess, in the back half of that game at the very least. And then Nick Pivetta's coming off of not his best start. So, I mean, big favorite for a reason. I think he dominates tonight too.
Okay. Maybe the Padres decent parlay piece today.
Yeah,
into that type
I think
of thing.
that game's probably a little sweaty. I know Marquez is god awful against the Padres. I'm not exactly sure how healthy the Padres lineup is going to be today. I think Tatis is supposed to be back, but we don't really know. There's a couple other injuries in there, so we'll see just exactly who comes out. It's probably a sweaty, lower scoring game.
Okay.
How about a Roy Eagle for the kids?
I was going to say, was that Goots in the background splooging?
Yep.
Splooging.
Splooging.
All of a sudden, I just hear Goots whisper in my ear.
Well, I accidentally clicked on the shot, and wherever you click on the shot, it plays the audio. So I just hear Masters birds chirping in my ear. But yeah, Roy Eagle.
Beautiful. Sure.
Yeah, lads, I've been a Roy guy since I was a little one. I watched him win his first major. Yeah,
I was a Roy guy first.
I'm sure.
I win. No, I like Roy. I've been rooting for him since he was, 15 when he came over here? And he was like a child phenom. I remember that. He was on the cover of, what was the fucking Sports Illustrated, I believe? He's like a chunky Irish kid, 15 years old, coming over here, and just unbelievable.
Can you tell me what course he won his first major at, Krabs?
Oof.
If I was there, that gives you a clue.
Was it Congressional?
It was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Great course. I'm
US
jealous.
Open.
Okay. How old was he when he won that puppy? Was he still like a teenager?
Oh, he was real young. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact age, but low 20s. Yeah.
Let me know why Rory is stuck at 4 majors. Yeah, lads, how would you do out there, my man, respectfully? I think you and me would probably combine. We'd probably shoot 300 out there today. It's hard. It's hard hitting that little ball in the fucking hole, man. I don't know how these guys do it and make it look so easy, bro. It's so hard. Jovan, something I noticed, though, in this Rockies-Padres game, super down to fade the Rockies or find a way to. They've beaten the Padres the last 3 times they played them and 4 of the last 5 times they've played them. Kind of weird. They've had their number, including a 13-2 win from the Rockies the last time they played them. So I kind of want to take the Padres here in some capacity, maybe a lay piece or maybe just targeting some of their guys on Prize Picks.
You know what this game kind of reminds me of? I think this is like the don't overthink it, like Gavin Williams spot from yesterday.
Yeah, where he just went out there and did job. Sure.
Yeah, especially with Pivetta coming off of that just horrid start, which against the Cubs, I guess that makes sense, but given the conditions in Chicago, I think was a little bit surprising, especially after that masterclass against the Braves. So that's probably what I would just square up and lean into.
Yep. Another good point from Henry Collins in the chat talking about golf and baseball. Which one's harder? Sure. If Mima can pipe it down the fairway, maybe it isn't the hardest sport. Yeah. I still think hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do, but you guys tell me if I'm wrong. Somebody in chat brought up the German Marquez pitching outs situation we got going on over here, Jovan. So he's got a 16.5 and a 17.5. Both are normal squares. I don't know how that works or makes sense, but his line on the books is at 17.5. So I don't know. Maybe it's a glitch.
Probably means it moved.
Maybe it moved and they forgot to change one of the two to a demon or goblin.
Yeah.
Where's your head at with that situation?
I mean, I'll tell you what. I know there's a couple squares on the board, and I'm not like super excited about, I guess, fading Marquez because I guess I did it in the last game in that Coors Field series against the A's. Um, but there's a lot of squares up too that it's a horrible matchup for him, and he's seen the Padres plenty of times, and he's gotten destroyed by them. And I guess now Tatis is going to be back. It seems like from Jack Cronenworth is going to be back. A lot of the squares look like relatively easy fades, I would say. So I'm not exactly running to back the Padres offense in the game. Like I'm not running to back Marquez either, but that's why I'm kind of sticking more to the Pavetta side of things.
Mm-hmm. Who knows what we're going to get out of Herman Marquez?
Yeah.
He's up there for 17 and a half pitching outs. The under is super juicy. And now it's maybe changed here. Oh, no, it didn't change. The board just moved. Still up for 17 and a half. I mean, I kind of do like the less than, but it's also kind of weird that it's up and that high in the first place and that there's two squares up there. So I'll probably just stay off.
Yeah. I mean, Padres didn't really use their bullpen yesterday either very much. They just let Jake Bird ride for a while because Feltner was dominating, but everybody other than that is relatively fresh.
Okay. God, Akshay Bhatia, man, is +1 now. I thought he was minus coins. I thought he was -2. Is he melty right now, Goots? Thought the lefty had a chance today. He was playing well. He just hit a ball right behind. He just hit a ball directly behind a tree. That's going to be legitimately impossible to hit.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah. Scotty with a dart. All right, let's keep moving and grooving here. Talk about some of these late night Geysermans on the diamonds, and then we'll get to the squad rides. Is there an official arm for Milwaukee today? I'm seeing Erod for Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, not that I'm aware of as of yet. Sure, a guy Big Bat probably has some insights onto what the plan may be, but I've kind of just written that game off. I have no interest whatsoever. Jose Quintana, yeah, I mean, just respectfully, keep that game off the docket.
Okay. I'll take the Athletics on the ML. You like the over in that game, so we're gonna have to figure out some sort of consensus there. And I'm seeing that total up to 10, so that might answer our question when we get to squad ride time. But we'll get there in a sec.
Sure.
Like both those plays, two good-looking plays. How about the Cubbies and the Dodgers? Let's close out with this, and then we'll get to the squad ride here, chat. Stick around. All right, we got the Surge stream starting up in about 6 minutes as well. Okay, Trent is dialed in this week. You don't want to miss it. Pitch him a winner today too, will you? Boyd versus Yamamoto. I originally wanted to fade Boyd's. I still wouldn't mind fading Boyd's. He had a super juicy to the over earned runs allowed square up there on Prize Picks, and then throughout the day or throughout this morning, the juice flipped to the under, which kind of kept me off of it, to be honest with you. Seeing that weird line flip, but I mean, if you look at the chart for his earned runs allowed, the guy's been legitimately Chris Sale. He's been unhittable, giving up 1 run in his last 5 outings, but he's only had 2 so far this year. Okay, so those are really the only 2 that matters. He's not giving up a run yet, and he's got a matchup tonight against the Dodgers at home, who've lost 3 of their last 4 games. Jovan, do we still think Boyd gets mucked up here today, regardless of where that juice is at for his earned runs?
Yeah, I don't know if mucked up might be the word I'd use. I think
could Matthew Boyd be my kryptonite this year? Could he be like a Martin Perez potentially?
He could be. He could be. He's looked like that so far.
That's the vibes I'm getting. Yep.
I think, when the Dodgers are involved with like these super weird squares, it's kind of like the same thing, same principle of Coors. Like the whole situation makes it a little less weird. So like if this were a square, his earned run square is up in like 2 months, it would probably be a goblin. So like seeing it like this now is not that weird to me. I'm not going to back him either. I don't know. This game just gives me the vibes of one where you get some runs early, there's a large stalemate, and it like somehow sneaks under the total, and Dodgers win, barely escaping.
All right. Yeah, I think he honestly might be this year's Martin Perez, or just an unfadable arm up there. Yeah. He's an early nominee. That's for sure. Chat's talking about this Rory shot from the pine. He's back in the pine again and has a crazy look. Let's see if he can put this puppy on the green. He's going to have to hit a worm burner. Oh, he's going over the trees. He's doing the opposite of a worm burner. And he's on the green. Woof. What a shot. An absolute dart from Rory. He might be him. He might be him. Z-Shrek with a hot take in chat, although it's probably not that hot of a take. Rory will never win another major. He's still a great player, though. Yeah, it's been a while, Z-Shrek. Maybe it'll be this weekend. Who knows? Krabs, do you have any Masters plays? I don't have anything on the books. But yeah, I'm sweating out some stuff right now on Prize Picks. And as we get to the squad ride here, I'll shout out what I'm on. Colin, less than strokes. Aaron Rye, more than strokes. And Rory, less than strokes. Jovan, who's winning this Cubs and Dodgers game tonight? Dodgers are, damn near minus 200, but didn't they get it done?
Yeah, I think it's the Dodgers, but I don't think it's worth a lay piece or anything.
I agree.
Cough, Trent, even though he's probably going to do it anyway.
And hey, Yamamoto's hits allowed square is 4.5 as well, and I think they've already seen him once. Right?
Yeah, I saw him in Japan already.
So maybe that's a move as well. Maybe we get some runs. Maybe it's just the overall with that total opening up at 8.5. I know it's down to 8 and juicy to the under. That's probably because everybody's locking in the under with these two arms. Maybe it's a nasty late night over.
Yeah, could see it.
All right. Hey, JT Eagle Goots. He's back. Don't let him get hot, Goots. It might be too late. Him. All right. Let's lock in here, chat. It's about that time. All right. Let's go ahead and get to the squad ride. Gootsy, if you don't mind, run that shit. I want to see that train. Sure. All right, chat. 4-0 on squad rides this week. Let's go 5-0, and I'll leave it at that. Okay, Jovan, favorite play today. I need to hear it. Don't care what it is or if it conflicts with any of my plays or whatever. Just give me your most confident favorite play today.
So it's the A's over, but I would be willing to compromise if you want to compromise. So we have the ML, we have the over.
Typically it ends up being your play that ends up getting voted for. And, a lot of the times it's me voting for it as well.
That's why I was opening the door, because it's been fucking 4 straight days of the week.
Right. What I will say, though, is I've done a pretty good job of weeding in and out of the cake.
Yes.
And picking the right plays and, putting us in the right spots. And, if there's a day where I'm getting some weird vibes and the EBGBs, I'll kind of say, hey, let's, lean on Jovan's plays. And I've done a pretty good job of putting in the right options, at least, I guess, for the squad ride vote this week. It's felt pretty good. And I'm thinking right now, Jovan, I kind of do want to pivot. And I want to take the ML.
Okay.
My brain is telling me the over. The over looks sharper. The total's up to 10. But for some reason in my gut, I'm thinking we flip this motherfucker and we take the opposite. We zag when everybody's zigging. And we take the ace on the ML.
Very down.
Okay.
Very down for anything A's backed.
Let's take A's ML. I'm in. Also, just great vibes for the squad right there.
Really good vibes. Always great vibes.
I love the Cardinals ML. I want to get them involved.
What are your thoughts on that one kind of got swept, but I'm very in.
It did. And I wouldn't mind running a 2-piece.
Wow. All business for Krabs.
I wouldn't mind running a 2-piece here. We've done that a couple times this week. Knock on wood, it's worked out pretty well. Thoughts?
Yeah, I have no issues.
I'm in. Let's run this puppy, Gootsy. 2 minutes for the squad ride poll here. 2 plays, 2 winners, chat. Get involved. Okay, let's catch another squad ride here, chat. 2 plays, 2 winners. Quality over quantity. 2 words, chat. Quality over quantity. It's really that simple. Okay? Quality plays. We don't need 17 options in the squad ride poll. We don't need 5 options. We don't need 4. Shit, we don't even need 3. How about a 2-piece? Keep it simple. 2 plays, 2 winners. You pick which one you want. All right? Is it going to be the Athletics on the ML? Or is it going to be the Cardinals on the ML? 2 plays, 2 winners. Hurry up, go, go, go. You got 2 minutes to lock in your vote. Get involved. Please. Okay? Click the right button, chat. You guys have done a great job of that this week. Let's finish strong. Let's not get fat, happy, and complacent. And let's click the right button. Why not? Let's click the right damn button here. All right? We've got the Surge stream starting up right after this as well. Trent. Cannot wait to see what you're crafting up this afternoon with a loaded slate of baseball. Loaded. All right. Hope you guys are all sweating out the Masters today, having a great low-key Friday. And I hope you guys all have a great weekend as we round out the BTL week here. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate the subbies. I appreciate the follows. A lot of new follows coming in here towards the end. W's. I appreciate all you guys. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving in the Big 2-5. Let's keep the vibes up. Let's keep the winners flowing. All right. It's looking like it's going to be the Athletics on the ML Jovan, and I've got no qualms with it. Not one.
You A's.
I got no qualms with the A's on the ML. Got a good feeling about the A's on the ML. B. Joe Hickey, cannot have said it better myself, my man. Let's go 5-0. Why not us? 2 words, chat. Why not us? Okay. First time chatter. Ivan coming in, dropping a follow. What's up, Ivan? Appreciate the follow. We're live on YouTube as well. The squad ride is the Athletics ML. Ivan said he's been following on Snap for a while. If you guys aren't following the Snap, what are you doing? I'm the most boomer one up here, and I'm even checking out the Snap. Rav has done a great job locking in and running the Snap on Bookit. If you guys aren't following the Bookit Snap, get involved.
Ravs.
All right,
Luke.
WBTL week this week. Jovan for the squad rides. Do we have one more in us here, Jovan?
One more.
Do we have one more in us?
DJ Fitz, one more winner.
DJ Fitz, one more. We'll catch you guys on Monday, same time, same